Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Picture this, you're in the middle of a chaotic modern battlefield. Supersonic jets are pulling massive Gs, radar warning receivers are screaming, crisscrossing missiles are leaving smoke trails across the sky, and swarms of drones are buzzing everywhere. Have you ever wondered how top-tier air forces manage all of this traffic without anything colliding in midair? The answer to that absolute logistical nightmare isn't a multi-billion-dollar stealth fighter or a top-secret weapon of mass destruction. It's actually a weird-looking, heavily modified passenger plane with a giant mushroom-shaped radar strapped to its back. Today, I'm taking you on a deep dive into the ultimate eye in the sky. This is the story of the E-3 Sentry AWACS, the undisputed mastermind and the invisible quarterback behind the air superiority of the United States and its allies. If we look back to the tense days of the Cold War, the most terrifying threat wasn't massive armies of infantry on the ground. It was Soviet bombers and heavily armed fighter jets flying at treetop level to evade ground-based radar. The fundamental problem with ground radars is simple physics. The curvature of the Earth creates blind spots. On top of that, when a ground radar tries to spot low-flying targets, the signal bounces off mountains, trees, and buildings, cluttering the screen with a massive amount of electronic noise. The US Air Force quickly realized that the only way to see these hiding enemies was to take the entire radar station, rip it off the ground, and put it as high in the sky as physically possible. And that brilliant, albeit crazy idea was the birth of the Airborne Warning and Control System, or as we all know it today, AWACS. To get a massive radar array airborne and keep it there, they needed a plane that was incredibly robust, had intercontinental range, and offered enough internal room for tons of heavy electronic gear, cooling systems, and a crew of over a dozen people. The legendary Boeing 707, a workhorse of early commercial aviation, was the winning ticket. They heavily modified it, reinforcing the airframe significantly. But the standout feature, the true icon of this aircraft, is the massive, flat, circular radar dish called the rotodome. Measuring a staggering 30 feet across and 6 feet thick, it's mounted on massive aerodynamic struts right above the rear fuselage. And this giant dish doesn't just sit there looking intimidating. During a combat mission, it mechanically rotates once every 10 seconds, sweeping an impenetrable 360-degree radar net over a massive area. To give you an idea of its sheer power, if an E-3 were flying high over a major city like New York, it could simultaneously track every single aircraft, commercial or military, in a radius of hundreds of miles, spanning multiple states in every single direction. Now, many people wonder how it actually separates those low-flying hostile targets from all the everyday chaos on the ground. The secret lies in Pulse-Doppler radar technology. Imagine standing on a skyscraper looking down at a busy highway. Older radars would see absolutely everything on the ground as blinding noise. Buildings, trees, moving cars, everything blends together. But Pulse-Doppler uses the Doppler effect, the same physics that makes an ambulance siren change pitch as it drives past you, to pick up only objects moving toward or away from the radar at high speeds. It completely filters out the stationary mountains and buildings, wiping the screen clean and leaving only the tiny, fast-moving blips of enemy aircraft. This means no one can escape its gaze, no matter how deep in the valleys they try to hide. But the sheer brilliance of the E-3 Sentry isn't just the spinning radar on the outside. The real game changers are sitting inside. If you step into the cabin of this plane, you won't find windows for sightseeing, overhead bins, or air attendants serving drinks. Instead, you'll find a pitch-black, highly classified room illuminated only by the blinking lights of long rows of tactical console screens. It feels more like a flying server room than an airplane. This is the workspace for the Air Battle Managers, or ABMs. With a crew of 13 to 19 highly trained specialists, they aren't just passively staring at radar blips, they are the actual battlefield commanders. All the raw data swept up by the radar is processed by onboard computers and fed to their screens in real time. They identify friend, foe, and civilian flights in split seconds. Then, over secure, encrypted radios, they vector friendly fighter jets to the absolute best tactical positions to ambush the enemy. They are literally calling the plays, setting up kills often before the enemy pilot even realizes they've been detected. To truly grasp its massive impact on modern history, we have to look back at the conflict that made it a global legend, Operation Desert Storm in 1991. Going into that war, the US-led coalition faced a heavily fortified Iraqi air defense network and a highly capable, combat-tested air force. But the moment the E-3 Sentry took to the skies, it stripped away the fog of war. It turned a chaotic, terrifying war zone into a digitized chessboard where the US could see every single move the enemy was making. During that war, AWACS aircraft flew over 400 grueling missions, controlling and directing more than 80,000 Allied sorties. Imagine trying to manage the busiest airport in the world, but everyone is moving at Mach 1 and actively trying to blow each other up. The most mind-blowing part? Under this incredibly dense and dangerous air traffic control environment, there wasn't a single mid-air collision between Allied planes. What's more, the 38 Iraqi aircraft shot down in air-to-air combat were almost entirely targeted, tracked, and directed by the E-3 Sentry. It rendered the Iraqi Air Force completely blind and paralyzed. This was the ultimate, undisputed proof that in modern warfare, information and situational awareness are the most lethal weapons on the battlefield. Now, before we talk about the future of this aging system, let's look at the deep dive specs and the jaw-dropping price tag of this eye in the sky to see just how massive of an operation it really is. As you can see from the specs, this aircraft is literally a massive flying command base. With a wingspan of over 130 feet and a max takeoff weight of nearly 344,000 pounds, getting it airborne with a crew of roughly 20 people requires an insane logistical footprint. It guzzles jet fuel and demands thousands of maintenance hours just to stay operational. And when you look at that rough unit cost of around $270 million per plane, not even counting the astronomical lifetime costs of specialized maintenance, spare parts, and continuous software upgrades, it's crystal clear why airborne command and control is a multi-billion-dollar backbone. Only global superpowers with massive defense budgets can afford to operate, protect, and maintain a system this incredibly complex. However, even though the E-3 Sentry has a legendary, almost invincible combat record, military technology never stands still, and this brings us to the most critical turning point in its history. Today, the Boeing 707 airframes are ancient. They're essentially flying museums. Some of these jets have been flying since the late 70s and 80s, making sourcing spare parts an absolute nightmare for ground maintenance crews. On top of that, the very nature of the threat has evolved drastically. Adversaries today don't just rely on standard fighter jets, they now possess hypersonic cruise missiles, low observable stealth drones, and fifth-generation stealth fighters like the Chinese J-20 and the Russian Su-57, which are designed specifically to evade legacy radar systems. The old mechanical spinning dish just isn't fast or precise enough anymore. A 10-second sweep to refresh the radar screen feels like an absolute eternity when a hypersonic missile is closing in at a mile per second. Modern electronic warfare requires split-second, instantaneous processing. And this isn't just theoretical fear-mongering from defense analysts. A massive global news story that just broke this March 2026 is the absolute perfect, terrifying proof of this vulnerability. Leaked images and intelligence reports confirmed that a U.S. Air Force E-3 Sentry, parked on the tarmac at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, was heavily damaged in a devastating strike by Iranian Shahed-136 suicide drones. Think about the sheer asymmetry of that for a second. A multi-million-dollar, state-of-the-art eye in the sky, the pride of the fleet, taken out on the ground by kamikaze drones that literally sound like flying lawnmowers and cost a tiny fraction of the price. It's a modern David versus Goliath scenario, but Goliath loses. This is undeniable proof that in a new era of warfare where anyone can launch cheap, deadly drone swarms, massive, slow-moving, and easily trackable targets like the E-3 Sentry are in an incredibly vulnerable and dangerous position. Because of this harsh new reality, the U.S. Air Force and its allies are entirely out of time to keep this aging legend on life support. They are rapidly transitioning into a completely new era of aerial dominance with the E-7 Wedge Tail, which represents a massive technological leap forward. The Wedge Tail finally ditches the heavy, drag-inducing spinning dish entirely. Instead, it uses an AESA, or Active Electronically Scanned Array, radar, which looks like a sleek, flat fin mounted right on the spine of a much more modern Boeing 737 airframe. The true beauty of the AESA radar is that it has absolutely zero moving parts. Instead of physically turning, it steers electronic beams at the speed of light to track targets faster, further, and far more accurately. It can even instantly switch from passive tracking to actively jamming or launching electronic attacks against enemy systems in milliseconds. Combined with advanced secure data links, the next-gen AWACS will seamlessly integrate with artificial intelligence and combat drone swarms, acting as the ultimate digital node in the sky. The shift from the massive E-3 Sentry to the sleeker E-7 Wedge Tail isn't just a simple aircraft upgrade, it's a fundamental paradigm shift in how air warfare will be conducted for the next century. However, as we watch it slowly retire, we cannot deny that the E-3 Sentry has done its job flawlessly for decades. It was the absolute pioneer of the digital battlefield, the standard setter for command and control, and the guardian of the skies that gave every Allied fighter pilot the ultimate peace of mind. The striking image of that jet with the giant mushroom on its back will undoubtedly remain one of the most powerful, iconic symbols of Western air supremacy for a very long time. So, what do you guys think about this transition? Will cheap, disposable suicide drone technology, which is currently wreaking absolute havoc on battlefields worldwide, eventually make massive, incredibly expensive manned early warning aircraft obsolete in the near future? Could AI and drone swarms completely replace the human air battle managers? Let me know your thoughts and theories down in the comments. If you enjoy these deep dives into military tech that keep you way ahead of the news cycle, don't forget to absolutely smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Mix, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.